Good Monday afternoon, everybody. It's Monday, July 15th, 2019. Welcome into another edition of Talking Fitchburg here on this warm and humid Monday. Hope you're having a wonderful day out there. It is warm out there. As I've heard many times today, the dog days of summer are here. And speaking of dog days of summer, here he is, the one, the only Andrew Bamlett.
Hey.
It's pretty warm.
Yeah, it is.
It's naturally warm in this office because we've got servers and things running, and it's being cooled by the regular air, so it makes things hotter. So the fans, when they're not running,
It's hot.
it's just muggy.
Yep.
Very muggy.
Yep.
We're even under the solar panels, so you think we'd get a little, like, I don't know, less problem, but there we are.
It's there. It's not soaking up into the metal roofing.
Right. So
There you go.
Go figure. But either way, you know, it's hot, it's warm, it's going to be hot and warm all week long. So
Yes, it is.
that's kind of the way it is, and
That's a lot of the headlines today.
that is a lot of the
It's
headlines.
going to be hot and warm and what to do.
Yeah, we're going to work with Jeff Doslick tomorrow, Andrew, if you didn't know.
Okay. Cool. Thanks, Jeff.
He's going to talk about heat emergencies and whatnot. So
Okay.
looking forward to
Good.
having that discussion
Definitely.
with him.
Need it.
And yeah, but for today's show, we'll certainly talk about the heat. We'll also talk about the Verona Road construction update, get you a look at the time-lapse video. They finally released it of the bridge. Andrew, you and I could not find, we were out there, and the video definitely rolled all the way through, but we never found ourselves on there, right? So I don't know what happened, but either way, that we'll be talking about that, and then we'll recap all the weekend events as well. Whether it's Festival of Speed, Nine Springs Golf Course had their golf outing, or there was a golf outing at Nine Springs. Let me say that in the right order. So we'll be talking about all of that here as well today. So just a lot to get to. But first, let's start with that hot, sticky forecast. And here it is. It only seems like yesterday we were talking about when is it going to get warm? Now we're like, when is it going to cool down? And yeah, the trend is upward this week. So, yep, that's not a error there. National Weather Service out of Milwaukee. It's going to get warmer and warmer and warmer every single day. So that top line represents the heat index, which could hit 100 on Friday. And temperature-wise, it'll be in the mid-90s on Friday. But basically, yeah, it's kind of like warm. You know, compared to the last storm front that went through, though, where it was like it'd warm up, then there was a storm, then it would warm up, then there was a storm.
Yep.
I mean, and it was severe weather, it seemed like. At least we're not getting pounded with severe weather, but still no joking around here. The heat is dangerous this week, and Weather Service also wanting you to know this. Protect yourself against the heat when you're outside. Drink plenty of water, apply sunscreen regularly, and dress in light weight and light colored clothing. Well, I did choose the light clothing. Maybe the coloring's a little deep reds here, so not the best, but you know, it is what it is. So, and we want you to be ready when it comes to heat as well. Heat is no joke, and it can take you down. It doesn't matter who you are, but it could matter what you're doing. So if you are under extreme heat warning, or you know, when we've got these types of heat waves, do the following. Find some air conditioning if possible. Avoid strenuous activities. Watch for heat illnesses. Wear light clothing. Check on family members and neighbors. Drink plenty of fluids. Watch for heat cramps, heat exhaustion, and heat stroke. And never leave people or pets in a closed car. And if there was one thing I would say you do this week is please check for people in cars. Yeah, because when temperatures are hot outside, it's even hotter inside a car. And we've got that graphic to show you here exactly what I'm talking about. These are all preventable deaths. Look twice before you lock it up. The temperatures of cars can quickly become deadly. Outside temperature of 80 degrees. Inside in just 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, it turns 99 degrees. 20 minutes, 109. In just 30 minutes, 114, and then a 60-minute time frame, they can get up to 123. And that's at 80 degrees. We're talking about 90s. So cut all of that in half, right? So whatever you do, check for pets and people inside cars. Even if you don't have pets or family, when you're going into those stores or whatever the case may be, please check and make sure that folks are safe and check on your neighbors. Be that person. Check on your neighbors. Check on the family members. Make sure everybody's okay as we go through this heat stuff. And again, Jeff Doslick from Fitchburg EMS will he will be here tomorrow to talk about heat-related illnesses. Try to keep you safe from the heat. All right, other news. It's going to heat up tonight at Concerts at McKee. Yeah, Concerts at McKee is tonight. Good weather. I mean, it's going to be warm, but we're not talking about rain or anything tonight, so that's good. And tonight's headliner is Mad City Funk. I kind of want to see this one, but I'm taking the little one to swimming lessons tonight, so I can't see this one. But you can bring a picnic basket, a bottle of wine, lots and lots of water. Maybe you might want to leave the wine at home, bring the water. Bring the kids, or you can enjoy the many food carts and brew carts that'll be out there. Food and drink carts open up at 6 p.m. along with Madison Music Foundry Youth Band, which starts at 6, and then the headliner, Mad City Funk, starts at 7 p.m. I also say pack some bug spray because the bugs have just been terrible, especially when the sun goes down. When it's not out, the bugs are out. And that's all I have to say about that. Yeah, hopefully you'll make it out there. We'd love to see you out there. All right, finally, we've got a public meeting scheduled to discuss potential Beltline improvements. Say what? Yeah, Wednesday, July 24th, 5 to 8:30 p.m. at the community room of the Village on Park, 2300 South Park Street. The objective for the meeting includes explaining and identifying the needs for the corridor, outlining options to address and identify needs, and gathering public input on possible projects that are going on. Andrew, what would be something you would pick on for the Beltline?
The Beltline? Just repaving it even, for sure. I think there could be better structured exits, and bigger, but how do you do that? Like, wider would be great, but I don't know if that's possible.
I always think, like, what if we did, like, two Beltlines, one above the other one?
I've always thought that, like, have a it's a bypass, or what is the road?
My wife and I took one when we were in.
Oh my gosh, the high occupancy lane road, like a carpool lane or something.
It's like a tollway. Is it a tollway? Could be like a tollway.
Basically, you need a bypass that can go like, all right, I need to go to the west side of Madison, so it just goes over all the exits and comes out. It's like a high occupancy lane or a carpool lane. That's what we're looking for.
You're going to look this up here, I bet.
It is a carpool lane, but I want to be able to do it too when I'm in a single vehicle. But
right?
Yeah. Singly in a vehicle, so.
It's true. It would be nice to have something like that, but
two-tiered Beltline would be pretty cool. I'm sure that'd be a lot of work, but it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think they do their best to keep it up, and I think over the years, yes, it's taken a beating, but honestly, there's a lot worse roads out there than the Beltline. So.
Oh, yeah, in condition-wise, yes, but in traffic, from a traffic standpoint, what can be done there.
Yep. I think we were all hoping for hover cars, but so that's our
flying.
Fact TV says hover cars. Yep. That's what that means.
Yep, I'm done with that too.
All right, that does it for the headlines. Coming up next, we open up the digest. We're talking about your Verona Road construction update. We'll tell Steve Tyson that we want cars that fly. See if he'll buy into that. But that I digress here. We'll be talking about that. But first, here are the meetings. They're coming up here in the city of Fitchburg.